Hi, Mandy Evill here, founder of the Infinite Mind Company and performance success and mindset coach. So I'm here today to talk about how to set yourself apart, from the crowd. And what most business people would say, your competitors. One of the things that I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor, it's not about competitiveness. So if you're coming in a world and you're living your business in a world of competitiveness, you're coming from lack. What you want to do is come from creativity, all right? And creativity really puts you in the mindset of not competition, but it sets you apart. It's one of the things that begins to set you apart from everybody else that maybe in your industry, maybe has businesses like yourself. And this is really about how to set yourself apart. I'm not going to give you some marketing tips and tools, and if you do this and if you do that and if you have this kind of brand and that kind of brand. I'm not going to give you any tips like that because there are so many out there. Having said that, they're all very, very similar. The one thing, and it is just one thing, that is going to set you apart from everybody else is you really getting and understanding your uniqueness. So who you truly are and valuing that uniqueness of who you are, knowing your worth of that uniqueness of who you are. Really having that belief in you that there isn't anybody like you on this planet. You know, with all the 7 billion people on this planet, there's nobody like you. There's nobody like me. You know, I'm as unique as you are. And, you know, and if you think about my industry, coaching and mentoring, massively crowded. Hugely crowded. There's hundreds and thousands and millions of coaches and mentors out there, hundreds of them. But there's nobody like me. And what I bring to the party is my uniqueness. And that's the same for you. What you bring to the party in whatever business you're in, whatever industry you're in, whatever career that you are in, if you're in a job, what you take and what you bring to the world is your uniqueness. And sometimes that can be quite a hard concept to really to get a hold of and to understand, because we are living in a world now where people just follow trends, and everybody just follows trends, and people follow people. And I remember there's a beautiful quote from Earl Nightingale, and Earl Nightingale was one of Bob Proctor's mentors, and I listen to a lot of his work still. He was probably the father, really, of personal development as we know it now. He was around in the 50s, and very, very popular, had his own radio show then. So what Earl Nightingale said was that, what did he say? He said, if you want to stand out, no, he didn't actually say that. Oh, this is what he said, I wrote it down. He said, if you're following the crowd, you're going the wrong way. Isn't that interesting? He says, if you're following the crowd, you're going the wrong way. So listen, you're the you that only you have is what's going to stand out. It's what's going to help you stand out. But here's the thing: you've got to believe it. You've got to acknowledge it. You've got to recognize it for yourself. We work with a lot of influencers now. We developed a program specifically for influencers, and although that's sort of relatively new, you know, it's been around for quite a few years now, but it is a growing industry. And it's very easy to say, well, how do I stand out? What do I do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do for people to follow me and not follow the other person or the other, you know, hundreds of people? What is it that I have to do? But this is what I want you to know, guys. You don't have to do anything. You have to be and understand who you truly are. You've got to recognize your worth. You've got to recognize your skills and abilities. You've got to recognize your own talents, and you've got to recognize and use your absolute own uniqueness. That is what's going to have you stand out from the crowd. Nothing else. It's that. You know, there may be some tips and some tools and some this and some that maybe other people aren't using. They'll jump on and use it in the end, so it won't be unique. But nobody can be you. Nobody can be you. So it's all about your own recognition of who you are. And forget out there, you know, forget what everybody else is doing. You know, again, one of the things that Bob taught me was stay in your own lane. Just stay in your own lane. Don't worry about who's on this side and who's on that side. You know, like, have you ever watched Olympic swimming, you know, or running, you know, in the 100 meters, but swimming, they're just like focused here. Forget what's out there. Forget comparing yourself. You see, what happens is that when we start to look who else is out there and what other people are doing, we then start to compare ourselves. And the minute we start to compare ourselves, whoa, we've gone down a right old rabbit hole. Okay, right old rabbit hole. We don't want to do that. And it's a very, very, very easy thing to do. And that's what most people do, to be fair. They'll compare themselves. Oh, you know, that person over there is doing quite well, and that person over there is doing quite well, and I'm not where I want to be yet. So we begin to start to compare, and all that does, it takes us down another rabbit hole, chips away at who our worth, our value, our confidence, chips away at our internal self-image and our belief. So you want to stay in your lane, because how do you stand out from the crowd? Being you. Be you. Find out who you is. Not sure that that's proper grammar, but find out who you are, okay? Find out who you are. Do I mean, that's one of the things, it's really interesting because, you know, I wanted to know who I was, hundreds of years ago, many, many years ago. When I was very young, I was always like, intrigued as to why I was here, why I was on this planet, and who am I truly? And it took me some time to really understand who I was beyond my conditioned behavior, who I was beyond the way that I'd learned to be, if you know what I mean. I'm deeper than that, I'm more than that. And I can create more, I can bring more to the surface. And every bit of that I bring to the surface is unique, because it's me. It's mine. So it's the same for you. When you bring more of you to the surface, you're bringing more of your uniqueness. So how do you stand out? Be you. Be loud, proud you. You have everything you need. And you might think, well, I don't. You do. Because it's all in here. There isn't anything out there that you need. It's all in here. You've got it. So you want to stand out in the crowd? Bring more of you to the surface. I promise you, whatever business or career or job or in a relationship, whatever it is, you bring more of you to the surface, people are going to love you. They're going to want you. They're going to be around you. They're going to feel that charisma, and you'll be like a magnet for people to come and be with you. That's how it works, guys. Until next time, bye for now.